Decided to jump in, getting paid off here. It's a nice little opportunity there if you were a little aggressive. There's a good reason for it. Like I said, that was a little risky, so I just decided just to switch it up, but definitely told you about it. All right, upside resistance up here now. If we continue to push up a little bit, looking at 43. Very range bound here over the last few hours, but it is what it is. Do have a number coming out here in about 2 minutes. I don't think my furnace is turned off for a second today. Can't wait to see that bill. Yeah, just drifting back here to our pivot, so kind of quiet. Did a little having a little opportunity there at jump in, gave you a tight stop. So if you did that, that's good. Otherwise, let's just be patient here. It's Friday, so don't want to get ourselves in too much trouble. Make a little bit of money on a Friday. Enjoy the weekend, cold weekend, but weekend nonetheless. And just going to range around here, as you can see.
Hey, Saul, can you repeat the levels?
What's that?
Can you repeat the levels?
Our pivot 69.31. Support at 19 and go to 68.91. The number's about to come out now. 79 upside. Okay, a little bit whippy here. Be a little bit careful. Upside at 43, 51, 62, 72, 86.
Thanks.
We're upticking here a little. Again, the number, little 845 number. Little, just little gyrations. Nothing to get too excited about. Basically back into the same range. Upside resistance at 43 here. All right, kind of bouncing around here, looking at the 43 area. All right, coming here to our lows, minimum lows. Next support level on the downside is down here at 19. We do have a couple numbers coming out here at 9 o'clock. Okay, just drifting back here to our pivot. Not going nowhere fast there. All right, just back and forth around our pivot, so nothing to get too excited about. See, we've got a couple numbers here at 9 o'clock. See if that does anything for the day. Yeah, coming back down here to these interim lows. Very quiet day today, but it's okay. And drifting back up here to the pivot. Again, not much we could do. We just have to be patient. No, at least we had a little bit of a quasi opportunity there against that 25 area. We did jump in. Otherwise, really hasn't been done anything. Both sides of our pivot. Absolutely range bound here. Your range bound players like a little bit. Yeah, just kind of back here at the pivot. All right, it's kind of see if these numbers do anything. All right, it's just kind of still range bound.
Hey, Saul, what are your predictions for the playoffs, the AFC NFC championships? Who's winning?
You know, I like Denver, even though they lost quarterback,
Yeah,
and I like the Rams. You know, I think even though I mean, I really believe the defense wins, and the defense is really solid there in Seattle, and it's hard to win in Seattle. Blah blah blah. But
Hmm.
I'm taking the two teams that nobody's taking Denver because quarterback, and everybody's leaning towards Seattle. But they played them tough this year already. So
Yeah.
just to show you how close the Bears came to the fact that we were right there. But yeah, I like LA, and I like even though again I've liked Seattle all season,
Right.
except there's something about LA that I don't know. I'm just bucking the trend there, but it's hard to. One of the favorites are going to. I'll say
Right.
that. I don't. Usually one favorite, one dog, but we'll see. It should be interesting. Their teams are good.
Yeah, they are. I think if they played like they played against San Francisco, I don't think anybody's beating them. I
Right.
mean, they were playing all on all cylinders.
Right, and they could be peaking at the right time,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I just feel LA. If we're already won two on the road, hard to win three on the
right.
road, right? I'm
Yeah,
just saying, everything points to Seattle, but um, I'm a contrarian by heart.
sure. I tend to
Eh,
be.
Yeah, in my trading, you can figure that out if you haven't figured it out already.
Oh, I think your
I,
trading discipline's much better than mine. It's definitely helped me.
it is what it is. Let's see here. We're coming up to 43. We do have a number at the same time here, so a couple numbers actually, and they could be market movers. So be careful if you're going to be trading. It's coming up here right around our level here at 43. You can see our blue band and our hourly coming in there around 46. Green band in our 5 minute 45. So little resistance areas, but we do have a number, so that doesn't really mean fundamentals trump technicals. So you're going to have to be just mindful of this as we come up here and trade this level if you're going to trade it at all. We have what we got consumer sentiment and leading indicators. Those could move the market one way or the other. So let's be mindful as we come up here. 40. Of course, it did not get 42. Okay. But be careful here now, especially because number's going to come out, and then they're probably going to make that um, the ladder ticket look very, very thinned out. So it's very risky up here. If anything, if you're looking on the top side, more risk averse, look at the 51 area. Only if you're very, very aggressive right now would you be trading this number because anything can happen right here. People are going to get out before number 45 is also the settlement price. You can see how it's thinned out already. So very risky here. There'll be, I would be extremely, you're taking a big shot here if you're going to be trading this number. Okay, come right up here to settlement price. But again, trading on the number and numbers out. So if you're doing anything, maybe the settlement price here at 45 could be a little bit. And we had our green bands, but again, you never know. So be a little careful here. 51, our next upside level. Settlement price always seems to give us a little bit of a jolt. But again, right on the number. So it's very tough to say that I got to get in. We warned you against 43 for sure. Kind of ran right through there because of the number. So anyway, if you did take it, again, a chance here to scratch it or make a little bit. If you're going to do anything. Again, I stayed out of it only because it was so close to the number. Had a little bit there at the settlement price because I always like the settlement price. But just to, after it got up there. All right, well, Yeah, so you get so unfortunately it came right on the number and kind of took away from trying to work the area or work the level, but it happens. And you just again we're risk averse here, so you're trying to be a little bit more, you know, understanding what's happening and not go crazy and take extra risk when you don't need to. So, sometimes we have no choice. We put on a trade and market runs us over, and that happens. But at least we don't have to put our feet in the fire and take, put it on a trade when we know there's going to be volatility. Sometimes volatility occurs when we have no choice and we have to, deal with that. But we have a choice here. That's how I look at it. All right, 51 area, next level that we're gonna nibble on. Maybe. All right, just kind of hanging around the settlement price. All right, upticking here, looking at the 51 area. All right, kind of now hanging around the pivot area here. I'm sorry, not the pivot, but the settlement price. I'll tick in here a little bit. 51 side resistance. All right, definitely get it. It's amazing how it gets some range bound here for a little bit. See where it wants to go next. Upside at 51. All right, just kind of hanging around the settlement price. Patience.
All right, Saul, you have a good weekend. Everyone else,
You too. Stay warm.
yeah, it's like 6 degrees here, so
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that everywhere.
yeah.
Just stay warm.
All right, you too. Have a
Take
good
care.
weekend. Yep.
You too.
Bye.
All right. Not going anywhere fast here. Yeah, we're kind of just drifting down here a little bit. Got nothing much to excited about here. All right, drifting down here a little bit. Little support would be around the 35 area. Nothing to get too excited about here. Upside resistance up there at 51. Yep, drifting down a touch. We're looking at the 35 areas, a little support if we get down there. All right, trying to come down here a little bit, then I 35 area, but a little support there. They're a little aggressive, and let's see what happens from there if we get down there. Trying to get down to that 35. Just kind of very, very quiet day today. Nothing much to get too excited about. Kind of range bound. We have upside resistance up there at 51. We had our uh, first resistance area that came out right on the number, so we were very, very, did not try to jump in there and do anything. Got down here to 36 and a half here now, and pop back up a little bit. Just market just not moving around that much, but it's okay. You gotta be patient and wait for setups to get triggered. Time 37. Quickly come back up here to these highs now. Looking at 51 on the top side still. Just make this run up here. Settlement price here is at 45 again. Seems to on a new place to gravitate to. All right, quickly rotating back up here now to the 51 area. See what it wants to do here. If we get up here, we got up here at 50. So I'm in here at the 50 area. See what it wants to do here now. And we were talking just a second ago, doing the 35. Somewhere up here at 50, 51. So see what it wants to do right here. Wouldn't give us the 51. Isn't that something? And we'll be in there at 50. You're trying to work that.
Hey, James V. I got to exit you now if you don't give me a reason why not. James V.
Well, now we're up here to the 51 area. We got filled now. See what it wants to do. Again, always keep your stop in place. There are the levels in the chat that we gave out this morning. The guide to the day.
Hey, Saul, did snow start in your area yet?
All right. Nice rotation there against the 51 area, giving us a couple points there. All right. Got up here to 52 now. If you're scaling in around that area and coming back here, giving us a couple points on that. If you did take the 52 on top also. So nice rotation there against our 51 area, whether you took the 51, 52, or even if you took the 50. Playing out very nicely here for us. Good job there, Michael. Patience. They have to be very patient to wait to come up here. But once we did, it worked out okay. All right, nice little opportunity here against our 51 area if you're trying to stay short. Okay, nice little rotation here off of that. So again, being a little bit patient here, we have to be very, very patient. And there's nothing going out for a while there. But if you did hang in there and waited for the opportunity, it played itself out very nicely. All right, nice little trade there if you did jump in. And went right down to the settlement price. All right, so we waited patiently for our level to get triggered there at 51, and it had a nice little rotation against it. And now we're just kind of hanging up here in this upper end of this range. Next level area that we're thinking about on the top side there is going to be 62, as you can see in the chat box. I don't know if we'll get up there or not, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, downside support will still be around the 35 if we get back down there. All right, we're definitely kind of hanging up here at the upper end of this range. A little support down at 35-ish area, but still, and now we're upticking here, so we're looking the upside here at 62. There, we're slowly upticking here. So we shall see where that goes. We have 62 on the top side. And, again, just a matter of just being patient and waiting for something to happen instead of trying to create trades that are not there only because you see uh, the market kind of moving up and down but going nowhere fast. So all right, definitely. Again, patience is important. It doesn't look like there's too much volatility here this morning. I had to deal. The market dealt with a lot this week, and just come in here and just kind of play itself out and just kind of be patient. Not the worst idea. Yesterday, gotten up here into this range, and pretty much we're staying in this range here. So we'll see. This market's kind of settling in here for a little bit. All right, we're upticking here a touch. 61 area is our next level that we're going to be focused in on. Sorry, 62. Next, pushing up here, got 62 as our next level of resistance.